Rule 1. The hidden conflict that controls her decisions. Most men lose women before they even realize a game has started. Not because they said the wrong thing, but because they never saw the war happening inside her mind. Here's the truth dark psychology doesn't sugarcoat. A woman does not move toward desire in a straight line. She lives in constant tension between what she wants and what she believes is right. One part of her is pulled toward excitement, attraction, intensity. Another part is restrained by morals, fear, and social conditioning. And those two forces are always colliding. That's why she comes close, then suddenly pulls away. Why her signals feel mixed. Why her actions contradict her words. Men call it confusion. But it's not confusion. It's an unresolved inner conflict. And here's the dangerous part. If you react only to what you see on the surface, you fail the test before it's even revealed. Because what looks like rejection is often resistance hiding desire. And once you understand this rule, her behavior stops feeling random and starts feeling predictable. But this is just the beginning. Rule 2. Why she tests you before giving you anything. If you think a woman tests you to play games, you've already failed. Because her tests are not entertainment. They are survival mechanisms. Before a woman opens her heart, her body, or her trust, her subconscious asks one ruthless question. Is this man safe? Under pressure? Words don't matter here. Promises don't matter. Only your reaction does. She will challenge you, disagree with you, trigger jealousy, question your decisions. Not consciously, but instinctively. She's measuring your emotional spine. Will you lose control when provoked? Will you collapse when challenged? Will you abandon your frame to keep her approval? Most men do. They either explode or submit. And in both cases, attraction dies quietly. Dark psychology exposes this truth. A woman trusts stability, not sweetness. When you remain calm while she pushes, her nervous system relaxes. Her attraction deepens, and the moment she feels you are unshakable, she stops testing. But what happens next shocks most men, because when she starts to feel something real, she doesn't move closer, she runs. Rule 3. Why she pulls away when she starts falling in love. This is where most men panic and lose everything. A woman doesn't fear loneliness. She fears loss. The moment her emotions deepen, her past wakes up. Old abandonment, old rejection, old moments where she gave everything and walked away empty. So instead of leaning in, she creates distance. She goes quiet, takes longer to reply, disappears for a day or two. And the average man misreads this as boredom or betrayal. He chases, explains, overinvests. That's when attraction collapses. Dark psychology exposes the truth. Her distance is not rejection. It's a defense mechanism. She's watching from behind an emotional wall, asking silently, will he stay grounded even when I pull away? If you chase, you confirm her fear. If you stay calm, centered, and present, she returns, stronger than before. Love for her is not linear. It's rhythmic. Closeness, then space. And the man who understands this rhythm becomes the man she feels safest with. But safety alone isn't enough, because something far more primal still controls her attraction. Rule 4. The type of strength her instincts cannot resist. Most men think women want peace, comfort, endless reassurance. That belief destroys attraction, because what her instincts crave isn't softness. It's strength, not aggression, not dominance, but presence. A man who controls himself. A man who doesn't beg for approval. A man whose energy fills the room without words. You can be kind and still command respect. You can be calm and still be dangerous to ignore. Here's the dark psychology most men miss. Too much comfort creates boredom. Too much weakness creates contempt. Her attraction ignites when she feels your emotional weight. Your grounded voice, your steady eyes, your refusal to bend just to be liked. That's why she's drawn to men who seem mysterious. Why she pulls away from men who try too hard. Strength is not a preference for her. It's biological, and when she senses it, desire follows automatically. But here's where it gets deeper, because her attraction patterns didn't start with you. They started in childhood. Rule 5. How her childhood wounds shape her desire. Every woman carries invisible scars. Not from you, but from her past. Her father was her first model of masculinity. His presence or absence left a blueprint. Her mother shaped how she expresses love, fear, and worth. These early experiences don't disappear. They transform. Unresolved pain becomes attraction patterns. Familiar chaos feels like chemistry. Old wounds feel like connection. That's why some women are drawn to men who hurt them. Why seduction becomes control. Why love becomes a battlefield. This isn't manipulation, it's repetition. Her subconscious is trying to fix the past through the present. And here's the critical difference between powerful men and weak ones. Weak men exploit these wounds, strong men contain them. The first man who doesn't run from her pain, the first man who doesn't weaponize her vulnerability, becomes irreplaceable. But to do that, you must understand something deeper, because her true language isn't spoken, it's signaled. Rule 6. Why her actions always reveal more than her words. If you listen only to what a woman says, you will always be late. Her words are filtered by society, by fear, by what she wants to believe about herself. But her subconscious doesn't lie. It speaks through pauses, through tone, through eye contact that lingers or avoids. She may say she wants stability, yet chase intensity. She may say she's fine, while her silence screams otherwise. Dark psychology teaches one brutal rule: words create comfort, actions reveal truth. The man who decodes signals, not sentences, enters her psychological world. He watches when she leans in, when she withdraws, when her energy shifts. And he responds, not emotionally but strategically. That's why some men always seem lucky with women. They're not lucky. They're observant. But even observation isn't mastery, because the final level isn't about understanding her. It's about freeing yourself. Rule 7. The moment you stop being controlled by her chaos. This is where power truly shifts. Most men become prisoners of a woman's moods. Happy when she's warm, anxious when she's distant, lost when she's silent. That's not love. That's emotional dependence. Dark psychology reveals the escape. You cannot control her emotions, but you can control your reactions. The man who reacts emotionally becomes predictable, and predictability kills respect. But the man who stays centered, who doesn't beg for clarity, who doesn't chase reassurance, becomes the calm inside her storm. At this stage, something strange happens. She starts adjusting to you. Your stability becomes her anchor. Your calm becomes her safety. And without saying a word, the power dynamic flips. But there is one final truth, one rule above all others, and most men never reach it. Rule 8. The final rule: master yourself and you master the game. Here is the truth that ends the illusion. The real power was never about controlling her mind. It was about freeing yours. The moment you stop needing her validation, you become dangerous to lose. The moment you stop reacting to her tests, they stop working. The moment you build a life, purpose, and identity so solid that no mood, silence, or emotional swing can move you, everything changes. You no longer chase. You no longer fear distance. You no longer negotiate your worth. And she feels it. A woman doesn't fall for a man who understands women. She falls for a man who has mastered himself. Because at that level, you are no longer playing the game. You are the environment. She doesn't lead you. She responds to you. And that is the real secret behind the so-called map of the female mind. It was never drawn to control her. It was drawn to expose your weaknesses, so you could eliminate them. When you do, you are no longer replaceable. You are no longer optional. You become the standard. And once a woman meets a man like that, she never forgets him. If you want more secrets of the mind and dark psychology, hit subscribe and join Shadow Mind Tube. Learn, master, and rise above.